everybody to the cockpit. This is actually currently take 2 of this flight. First one crashed. Not like I crashed the plane, but the program crashed. But it can continue. So this is take 2 now. Okay. And I'll explain more about that later. I'm gonna go through my checklist. Start with cockpit pre-flight. So we're gonna go down to parking brake. That is set. Wipers are off. Boilers are retracted. Engine master switches, both in the off position. Engine mode selector, normal. Dust levers, idle. Flaps, retracted. Anti-skid is on. Landing gear, confirm check down. Fuel quality is going to be checked now. So we're going to import that from Simbrief. We're going to go over the fuel, download, and then start. Session take 2 on. Pre-flight is complete. Now we'll do preparation. Battery switches 1 and 2 on position. External power on. Services go to ground power unit. Actually connected to row 2. Alright. Strobe lights. Oops. Auto. Aiders. 1 on nav, 2 on nav, and then 3 on nav. APU fire test. Good. Engine 1 fire test. Good. And engine 2 fire test. Also good. Extra display brightness. Leave it as is. Seatbelt sign on. No smoking lights. Top bottom. Emergency light on. The manipulator light. Switch to test, make sure they're all on, looks good. Switch that back. Okay, now I'm going to MCDQ setup. Make sure all that's good. So first thing we're going to do is go to init page. We are Frontier Airlines 1015. Cost index is 10th. It would be at a cruising altitude of 38,000 feet. Let's get wind temps for climb, wind temp for cruise, and then for descent. And we'll probably update that as we get closer to. I just want to have it in there in case I forget. Okay. Now we're gonna page 2 and make sure these are all in properly for field planning. I'm gonna go to perf page. So switch views so you guys can see. So I've got the 8 through 20 Neo fly-by-wire. So I'm assuming it's fly-by-wire. Performance. Performance tool. So this will automatically load into SimBrief or SimBrief with the pilot ID, and it automatically calculates V1, VR, and V2 speeds as well as flex. So I'm gonna put those in. Switch back. So our V1 speed is gonna be 130. Our VR speed, our rotate speed is also gonna be 130. So basically, we gotta decide. Well, there's really no decision there. It's just when we get to that speed, we're gonna be rotating whether we want to or not. V2 speed. Landing speed is gonna be 139 today. Flex to 10. 27 degrees. We're gonna be on flaps 2. Climb. Managed. Cruise. Descent and then approach. We'll enter all that in when we get closer to Las Vegas. Okay, that's a perf page. Sorted. Flight plan. It's the only one left. So let's go to this view. Let's actually turn up the brightness on this a little bit. Okay, this is not up yet. We've still got 3 minutes till it's aligned, so I'm gonna actually turn up these brightnesses a little bit too. Let's see it. So 3 minutes to align, and this will pop in. I should be able to go to flight plan node and look at things. So looks like we're gonna have a discontinuity. I'm gonna clear that discontinuity.
On behalf of the cabin crew, I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight. As you find your seat, be sure to place your larger carry-on items in the overhead bins and smaller items underneath the seat in front of you. If you have trouble finding a location for any of your carry-on items, please use the flight attendant call button over your seat and somebody will assist you. After you put your carry-on items in the overhead bin and it is full, make sure you close it as a courtesy to other passengers. Also be sure that the aisle is clear and sit down so that way other passengers can get by you. If you are seated in an emergency exit row, please review the exit seating responsibilities in the safety card provided for you. Please make sure that you are able and willing to perform these actions. If you're not, please let a flight attendant know so that way you can be reseated. Feel free to use your cell phones during the rest of the boarding process, but we do ask that laptops, tablets, and any other larger electronic devices are stowed once we depart from the gate. Thank you, and welcome aboard.
So our approach, our arrival runway is going to be 19 left, and I need to look at where we're going to cut it at. Chow 2. It'll be a. I'm gonna insert that. I'll probably create another discontinuity. I guess. Yep, another discontinuity. So we're gonna clear that discontinuity. And we also want to clear this manual, which create a new discontinuity, which we're gonna clear that as well. Okay, so now if we look at the flight plan display, we should have a nice turn into 19 left at Las Vegas. Okay. Altimeter here at KMSP is going to be 3008. Okay. Looks good. Let's see if we can enter in. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. We're going to KSP departure. Our departure is going to be 1 2 right. 1 2 right. And we are looking at let's say it was this one here. I'm going to verify. Six. Oops. I don't think I've seen that. No, don't see it on there. Try no Sid. It's going to create a discontinuity on the discontinuity. Should be good. Okay. Looks good, looks good. We're about 39 minutes away from departure. Expected departure. Everything looks good. Do? Okay. So, this thing on this thing to do. On the cockpit. Unlock the cockpit door. And that's cockpit preparation complete. FCU EFIS setup. I set up the barometric pressure. I need initial altitude. Initial altitude. Is set at 18,000 feet. Don't need. I'm gonna use speed right away. I'll probably engage that sometime after takeoff, but I'm not gonna worry about that. And heading, don't need that because it's gonna be all managed through the nav. So, flight directors both on. Okay. We're all set. Next thing will be startup preparation. Which I will do that when we get closer to the expected departure.
Well, we'll get you on the ground sooner than later. Down below. I don't expect it to take that long.
Okay. I'm going to take care of a couple things, and I will be right back. Probably closer to when we get to about 15 minutes, 10, 15 minutes to expected departure. We are at the point where we can get ourselves set up for departure. So we're going to do APU master switch on, APU starter, crew oxygen supply on, fuel pumps all on, air conditioning on, navigation lights on. Once APU available, we'll start the APU bleed, and then external power can go off. Okay. Burn disconnected jet bridge.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome aboard Flight 1015 with service to Las Vegas. Our flight time will be roughly 3 hours. Please note the cabin door is now closed. We ask that you make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your larger devices are now shut down and stowed. If you have not already, please fasten your seatbelt and verify it is low and tight across your lap. Your tray tables and seatbacks must be in the full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for departure and cross-checks.
Okay, external power is off. We can disconnect the ground power unit. Not bad. All the brightness is all up. It seems so dark. So our tug is attached. I think we're ready to go. Alright, we'll start our startup here. Beacon light can be on. Park and brake off. let's start that tug process. Okay. Alright, engine mode selector to start.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the front of the aircraft for a safety demonstration. When the seatbelt light is on, please make sure that your seatbelt is fastened low and tight across your lap. To fasten, insert the metal fittings into one another. Tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. To release your seatbelt, lift the upper portion of the buckle. In the event that the seatbelt light is not on, we suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened in case of unexpected turbulence. There are several emergency exits on this aircraft. Please take a few moments now to locate your nearest exit. In some cases, your nearest exit may be behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor-level lighting will guide you towards the exit. In the event of a decompression, an oxygen mask will drop in front of you. To start the flow of oxygen, pull the mask towards you. Place it firmly over your nose and mouth, secure the elastic band behind your head, tighten the straps if necessary, and breathe normally. Although the bag does not inflate, oxygen is flowing to the mask. If you are traveling with a child or someone who requires assistance, secure your mask on first and then assist others. Keep your mask on until a member of the crew advises you it is safe to remove it. In the unlikely event of a water landing, a life vest is located in a pouch under your seat or between the armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it over your head. Wrap the straps around your waist and buckle at the front. Pull the strap to tighten. To inflate the vest, pull firmly on the red cord only when exiting the aircraft. If it doesn't inflate automatically, you may blow into the mouthpiece for manual inflation. Each vest is equipped with a whistle and a light. If you need to, your seat cushion can be used as a secondary flotation device. Please make sure to exit the aircraft as soon as possible and leave your belongings. Please securely stow all personal items. Make sure your seatbelts are fastened and seat backs and tray tables are all in their full upright position. We remind you that this is a non-smoking flight, and that includes vaping. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying the smoke detectors located in the lavatories is strictly prohibited by law. All of this information and more can be found in the safety card located in the seat back in front of you. We suggest reading this and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you for flying with us, and we hope you enjoy your flight.
Okay, so we're just about ready where we can stop our pushback and get ready for taxi. Both engines are on, stabilized. And we can pause the pushback here. Or release the tug. And while we're doing that, let's finish up our startup. APU bleed. It's going to be off, and then APU master switch can also be off. Before taxi, we're going to turn on the transponders. So this is going to set to auto. We're going to put that to TRA.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
Spoilers. Arm. Flaps to take off position. Anti-ice if required. Auto brake. Wrong one. Auto brake set to max. Weather radar is on. I'm hoping. Let's switch that quick. Switch it back. I don't know if it's actually operable, but it's on. Okay. should be good. Before takeoff, oh, we haven't even finished that. Never mind. We set the auto brake. We gotta set the nose light to taxi. Runway turn off light on. No, parking brake can be turned off. Alright. I did it again. Alright. Now we can start our taxi.
We're ready for departure.
Perfect, perfect. Get on that line here real quick. Set that back to mostly idle. I'm gonna bring up my chart here. Get out the road, dude. There's an airplane coming. I don't think he's gonna move though. This other guy gonna move. Nope. Nope. Plow right through him. Even though there's a little janky like that. Ground crew doesn't really operate the way they should. Okay, looks like we're taking... Whoa, what the heck, man? I think we're taking Bravo. I'm gonna turn up here. Turn to the left to get to the runway. Runway 12 right. Go overhead, we gotta turn on the landing lights for crossing a runway. that's where we're gonna enter the runway. And we stopped. I applied a little bit too much brake there. It's alright. And before we enter the runway, we're gonna make one more check. Gonna stop here. Apply the parking brake again. And we're gonna go down to flight controls. Alright. We're gonna test them out. Down, up, left, right, rudder left, rudder right. Alright, flight controls are free and correct. And we're gonna go to engine. So, our V1 speed and rotate speed are 130 knots. Oh, we gotta switch these back to the off position. We need nose light on takeoff. And that is already set, so we should be good. Toga. Up. Pause and brake. Gear up.
Minneapolis approach Frontier 1015 is type Airbus A20 and 1 mile southeast of Minneapolis, 1,100 feet. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Frontier 1015 Minneapolis approach. Squawk 1252.
And I'm gonna hand fly the air
to Frontier 1015.
Frontier 1015
at least until we get on our trajectory.
Minneapolis, 2,000 feet. Clear to the Bravo airspace.
Turn up this brightness a little
Cleared
bit
for the
here.
Bravo airspace, Frontier 1015.
Frontier 1015 contact Minneapolis. Approach on 121.2. Good day.
121.2 for Frontier 1015. Minneapolis approach Frontier 1015, 3,600 feet.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis approach altimeter 30.06. Continue as planned. Frontier 1015, contact Minneapolis approach on 134.7. Good day.
Going to 134.7 Frontier 1015. Minneapolis approach Frontier 1015, 5,700 feet.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis approach altimeter 30.06. Continue as planned.
After takeoff, gears retracted, flaps are retracted, spoilers. We're gonna disarm the spoilers. Thrust is set to climb. Autopilot's not on yet. I'm going to wait until we get to our
Frontier 1015, you are leaving my airspace radar service. Terminated.
flight line.
200.
Nose lights set to off.
Squawk
Runway
1200.
lights off.
Frequency
Alright,
change approved Frontier 1015. Minneapolis Center Frontier 1015 is type Airbus A20 and 3 miles northeast of Mike November 09er, 9,100 feet. Request flight following.
Frontier 1015 Minneapolis Center. Squawk tree 415. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now passed 10,000
Squawk tree
feet. You may now turn on your larger portable electronic devices. This is also a reminder to please keep your seatbelt fastened while you're seated and do not congregate in the galleys or near the lavatory. This aircraft is equipped with onboard Wi-Fi. If you wish to connect to the Wi-Fi, you'll be directed to a page to pay a small fee for internet access.
Roger, Frontier
We do offer
1015.
complimentary in-flight TV thanks to our partners. Connect to the Wi-Fi and you'll be able to access our wide range of free live TVs and paid movies library.
Start leveling it off here. We don't need such an aggressive climb at the moment. Okay. Pull the lever back on climb. I don't want the speed to keep going up. We don't need more speed. Good on speed right now.
Frontier 1015, contact Minneapolis Center on 135.0. Good day.
135.0 Frontier 1015. Minneapolis Center Frontier 1015, 17,800 feet.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis Center altimeter 30.05. Continue as planned. Frontier 1015, contact Minneapolis Center on 127.1. Good day.
127.1 for Frontier 1015. Minneapolis Center Frontier 1015, 17,900 feet.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis Center altimeter 30.04. Continue as planned.
Alright, I think we can engage the autopilot now. speed is gonna be about 290, looks like. And we don't need this anymore. Alright, I'm gonna take a look at a few things. I'm gonna transition over to get a few good shots of the aircraft and whatnot, and I'll be back when we're about to transition to our next altitude here. We should be good for a little while. Okay. Welcome back. We are starting our ascent up to 38,000 feet. A little bit aggressive. We're trying to get up to 38,000 feet before that first waypoint right there. Should be able to make it. So, should be good. I'm gonna let you know why the first flight attempt that I tried to do was a bust. I'm gonna turn the main volume down. Hopefully the sound is coming out okay, but I guess we'll have to wait and see. But I'm gonna switch over to this view right here. This right here is a program called PAX, P-A-C-X. It stands for Passenger and Crew Experience. So this is what's giving the crew sound effects and everything. On the first flight, I had a program very similar to this loaded up. It was called Self-Loading Cargo. It does pretty much the exact same thing, a little bit more complex, and I believe it's also a little bit older of a program. But shortly after takeoff, when I had that program loaded in, it crashed. And that was kind of a bummer because I want this to be there for the entire flight. So a little bit of what you can see here. We've got the passenger manifest up in the corner. We can scroll through and see who each person is. So, like, let's say Bernard Washington, who's male, 12 years old. He's happy, not thirsty, not hungry, not tired. He's seated with a seatbelt on. So, yeah. This is actually a very simplistic version of what self-loading cargo is. Self-loading cargo is a lot more in-depth. So, in that sense, I'm kind of guessing that it's a little bit more volatile to crashes. Although that was the first crash I'd experienced. And well, the thing of it is, too, is I could have loaded it back in and restored that flight as I was going, except for every time I tried to restore that flight, it crashed too. So I was just saying, nah, I'm done. Just gonna exit that flight because I'm not gonna half-ass it, you know. If I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. So that's why this is take 2 on this flight. Let's see our nice little progress there. Now the nice thing about this, well, nice and kind of annoyance I have. So we gotta calculate everything. We can calculate our landing, right? Which is nice, except for I wish they would have had a way to also calculate takeoff speed for your V1, VR, and V2 speeds that you need. But they don't do that. It's annoying. So, with that program that I was showing before that calculates the V1, VR, V2 speeds, it also calculates the landing, which is what this does as well. But being that it's all in one, it just does it all at the same time when you import your flight plan from SimBrief. And I forgot to switch back. There we go. I forgot to switch back. Really bad at this. This right here. It calculates your landing. That other program does it as well. I'll show that later. Yeah.
In a few moments, we'll be starting our in-flight meal service. Please look in your seat back for our menu, and one of our crew members will stop by shortly for your order. If you would like to order additional items, please hit the flight attendant call button at any time and we'll be over shortly to assist.
Oh, which reminds me, we can go overhead and we can turn off the seatbelt sign. Can we?
The flight crew has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. You can have it up and move around the cabin. However, we ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened when needed in case of unexpected turbulence.
132.05 for Frontier 1015. Minneapolis Center, Frontier 1015, flight level tree 80.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis Center. Continue as planned.
I'm feeling that this doesn't actually work. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. Oh well, I guess. Just have to guess at the weather, which it's clear right now, so looks fine. Oh boy. Not much going on right now, so I think I'm gonna toss it back to some nice glory views again. Then I'll come back after a bit and got some more stuff we can discuss. So.
Gentlemen, once again from the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your feet and elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating near the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
We are about 1 hour in to our 3-hour flight at the moment. Alright, so we are at cruising altitude. Good time to have a couple discussions that I want to have. I may not get to everybody, but you know, maybe I'll find out sooner or later. By everybody, I mean like the 16 people that I have that may still be watching, may not. But a couple things I do want to discuss is what the future is going to look like. If you look at the channel as it stands now, you'll notice that there's a lot of Sims 3 videos. A lot. I do want to state right now that Sims 4, I'm gonna turn down the other volume here, way down. Sims 4, as it stands right now, isn't gonna appear on the channel. I have no plans for it. I have no real desire to play it. I do own it. I have played it. Not a huge fan. I mean, it's okay, but in my opinion, it could have been 10 times better, but it isn't. It really isn't. I feel like they really dropped the ball on what it could have been, and that's why it's just not in the cards. If I do any Sims games, I will return to The Sims 3 because, in my opinion, that is still the best Sims game available. It's not overly monetized. The DLC, for the most part, you know, feels like it's full of content. The gameplay really is still kind of revolutionary for The Sims, even to this day. I thought it was wild that they reverted on some of their gameplay options that they had in The Sims 3, like the open world. Like, I was really hoping that'd be brought back and just stay in the series, but no, they reverted back to the old way, and I don't really like that. I don't feel like that was necessary, because now they could have made that so much more stable, so much more smooth. So, I don't really care for that aspect. Another aspect I don't care for is the fact that your ability to customize isn't there anymore. I mean, you have certain styles that you can go for, but that's about it. Which is fine. I mean, I get it, but I think it's so much nicer to be able to freely customize, and that was a big feature of The Sims 3. One that I really liked, and that was taken away too, which I thought was pretty wild. And then you gotta add to the fact that the base game was not fleshed out, like, at all. Not like most of the other base games. The only one that was even similar to that might have been the first Sims game. But, you know,
Frontier 1015, contact Minneapolis Center on 126.8. Good day.
Going to 126.8 Frontier 1015. Minneapolis Center, Frontier 1015, flight level tree 80.
Frontier 1015, Minneapolis Center. Continue as planned.
but as I was saying, um, I mean, why would you revert some of those options? You know, that freedom. And then also, why would you tone back the base game so much? I mean, granted, the base game is free now, but still, as I don't see it being worth it. And I have a couple of DLC, and the only reason I have a couple of DLC is because it was on a huge sale, and that is the only time I'll ever buy any of that DLC, is if it's on a very, 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 very big sale. Like, at least 85% off. At least. If not 90. Because it's just not worth it.
Frontier 1015, contact Denver Center on 127.905. Good day.
Going to 127.905 Frontier 1015. Denver Center Frontier 1015 flight level tree 80.
Frontier 1015, Denver Center. Continue as planned.
Yeah, the DLC for it now, not fleshed out. Not nearly enough to what it should be. Instead, they're releasing very small packs, which I think is BS. So, I don't see myself playing it. If it happens, it's gonna happen probably much, much later. Um, but as of right now, I don't really have any plans to do so. I kind of want to explore some other games, some stuff that I haven't had the opportunity to do until now. Because before, I was working with very limited system hardware. Now I actually have a pretty good computer, pretty beefy computer. So I can run things like this, the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I can run things like Starfield and, and stuff like that and be just fine. We will probably see a little bit of frame rate drop on this game when we pull into Las Vegas, though, because I got so much going on. And then to add, because I don't think I've flown into Las Vegas, so it's gonna have to load in some of that stuff. Other than that, it's pretty smooth, pretty smooth. Um, but yeah, few games I do want to touch, or I do want to play. Like obviously, got Starfield going on right now, so I want to play through that whole game. 7 Days to Die. That is my number one play game on Steam. I want to delve into that pretty heavily as well. I'm thinking for the first video series, it's going to be a permadeath. And they just recently added a permadeath option, so um, that'll be perfect. Um, I also want to play other new games like City Skylines 2 when that comes out in October. I want to delve into that as well. I'm very, very excited. And then also Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024 when that drops next year. Probably somewhere around this time. So I'm really looking forward to that. The career mode. I'm I'm really hoping it's good and fully fleshed out. They're saying it is, so got high hopes. So and I'm thinking up until then, doing some more of this, uh, um, airliner flights, but also I got another program on my computer called NeoFly, which adds a career mode to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Which I should also add the 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 PAX add-on that I got on now for the passenger and crew experience. That also has a career mode, whereas the self-loading cargo did not. So there's a benefit there. That was a little off topic, but it's alright. Yeah, I'm looking to expand, and I've always wanted to expand. Just before, I didn't really have hardware that allowed me to expand. Also, I was very limited on what games I could get because of that hardware limitation too, so. Should be good, should be exciting. At least I'm hoping so. So that's the general gist of it for right now. Yeah. And while we look at other conversations we can have, I'm going to take a look at where we exactly are on our flight. Let's go to as far out as we can be. Or let's go to flight plan. Go to flight plan. We're going to MBW. Oh, okay. So we're about MBW. We're probably going to want to start our descent shortly after MTU there. Or right in the middle. One thing I find kind of odd, there's no definitive descent marker on here. I find it a little bit odd. But, oh well. Also, an odd angle into the airport. So what I might do once we get to Allen here, I might take control of the airplane and actually veer off of this course just a little bit so we can get more of a straight on shot. Because otherwise that's going to be a very, very interesting angle there. And I want to have a little bit more space to work with on my landing. Alright, we're going to switch that back to, we'll switch it back to nav mode. We got a little bit of time before we decide next, so let's make an announcement, public address. We'll do a general.
We hope you're enjoying your flight. We're making good progress here, and we're doing our best to get you in on time.
At some point, I'm thinking about recording some own call-outs there, so. But for this flight, I wanted to get it going, so I didn't worry too much about that. Oops. You do have the seatbelt sign off, yes. Okay. Right now, passenger satisfaction is 100%, which is awesome. Alright, I'm gonna take some more cool shots, and I'll be back with you in the cockpit after a bit. Guys, welcome back to the cockpit. I did a little bit of scouting on the flight plan, and I figured a couple things out. And I'm gonna kind of run you guys through it here real quick. So, once we get to Allen, we're gonna start our descent down to 19,000. So when we get to Chow, we need to be at 19,000. We're gonna descend down to there. We're gonna maintain. Let's put this a little bit closer. We're gonna maintain it until we get to Wolf. Then at Wolf, we're gonna descend down to 11,500. I'm just gonna set it to 11,000. So at Satchel, we're gonna be at 11,000. Then after that, we're gonna start descending even more down to 9,000. When we get to Fella, should be at 9,000. Then Foof. And once we get to Foof, we want to be at 7,500. Okay. And then from Foof, let's from Foof to Neon, we want to descend another 1,000 feet. So we're actually going to descend down to 6,000. So we're at 6,000 to Pina. And then from Pina to CF, we're going to descend down to about 3,000 feet. And from there, we are going to take our approach into the airport. Might be able to. I might be able to see about doing the halves. We'll see. We'll see. But that's a general gist of what's going to go on. But yeah, once we get to Allen, that's when we're going to start our descent into Las Vegas. Well, actually, it'll be before Allen. No, at Allen. Sorry. Yeah, at Allen. We're going to switch back to nav. We're going to zoom out again. So we got a little ways. Something that we do need to do before we get there, though. We need to go to the perf page, and we need to set up our approach. Still not quite sure if it does anything, but I'm gonna set it up anyway. I'm gonna switch screens so you guys can kind of see what I'm seeing on the side here. This is the map that I'm going off of. Now, if I haven't said it, I know I said it in the last video that I tried to record. If I haven't said it yet, I'm gonna say it now. I'm no expert. I am just pretending like I know things, and also trying to learn at the same time. So, I'm kind of guessing going here, and then probably in future flights I'll learn a little bit, and I'll know a little bit more on what's what and how things are actually done. So if it's not exact, and you guys know it's not exact, just know that I'm working on it, trying to get better at it. But just want to let you guys know that. So okay. So first thing we need to do is we're going to bring up our landing performance. So our landing weight should be 63,000 kilograms. Our approach speed should be 130. Wind direction should be 90. Wind speed 6. I'm going to fetch METAR again. Wind speed is actually going to be 8. Temperature 30. Our QNH is going to be 2998. That's the big one there. So we're gonna switch back here and put in 2998 into the QNH. So then, as you guys can see and remember, temperature is 30. So we're gonna punch that into the temperature, 30. Okay. And then we need mag and wind. So and transition back. So our mag is gonna be our wind direction 90, be 090, and then wind speeds of 8. So 090 at 8. Our transition altitude. It also tells us our transition level is 18,000. So we're going to put that in our transition altitude.
Frontier 1015, contact Denver Center on 132.1. Good day.
We'll put that there.
132.1 for Frontier 1015. Denver Center Frontier 1015 flight level 380.
Frontier 1015 Denver Center. Continue as
We
planned.
should be good. Alright. Should be good there. We're gonna go back here. We're gonna look at that this guy here, our missed approach. If we have a missed approach, we're gonna climb back up to 7,000, and we are going to circle back around to our vector and vector back in on the runway. But I'm hoping we don't have to do that today. So should be good. We're cruising along here pretty nice. Okay. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Been a lot of clouds over a good majority of this flight. Been doing a lot of cloud surfing. But yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know I am. I love doing the Microsoft Flight Simulator. Especially love this aircraft, the A320. We're also flying with one of my favorite airlines, Frontier. At least my favorite budget airline, anyway. I know they get a lot of flack for being behind schedule, but I don't know. I just kind of like the design of all the liveries. Each of them, are, each one of them is different, and I just think that's really cool. So, I know there's some airlines that do that too, but not quite as many, I feel like. Because I know Southwest has their unique ones that are like by state, but I don't know. I like the Frontier ones with all the different animals on them, and each animal has a name. It's cool. Should actually take a quick peek at let's take a quick peek. I won't normally do this. Wouldn't normally do this, but I just want to take a quick peek here. So we are flying. Oh yes, Sammy the squirrel. That's who we're flying with. And each one is uniquely different. My first Frontier flight was with Finn the shark. I think the great white actually. It was a great white shark. Yeah. Ah, it's kind of neat, I feel like. Oh, looking good. This is actually going pretty smooth. I'm hoping that the flight in and then the landing is smooth too. Did a couple practice runs, so should be good, hopefully. We are. Let's take another look back at our progress here. Got about an hour left of the flight. Passenger satisfaction is 97%. Carla Woods is content. She's very thirsty. Didn't you get a drink? I think we're serving. We'll serve drinks or are serving or serve something at some point, I think. The one thing I do like about self-loading cargo that this one doesn't have is there's more detailed information. I don't feel like there's as much detailed information here, but I suppose some of that could have been the cause of the crashes that I was having. So, who knows? Who knows? Let's switch back. Switch back to the cockpit. I think. We got a little bit of time. Yeah, we got a little bit of time. So I'm gonna throw it back to the scenic views. And I'll meet you back here in the cockpit after a bit. Alright. We are back at it. We're getting close to our markers. Alan's up here, so first thing I think we should do, what I'm actually gonna do right now, is I'm gonna ding the seatbelt sign. Have everybody take their seats and get their seatbelts on, fastened if they aren't. So we're about 20 minutes out from arrival.
Ladies and gentlemen, the flight crew has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. Please return to your seats and fasten your seatbelt.
Kind of want to show some more callouts in this guy that would make, in this program, that would make sense for the passengers and crew, but I'll probably have to add those in. Well, we're getting close. I think right before Rigel, we'll activate the descent mode. I got 19,000 already plugged into the autopilot, so all I have to do is activate it, and we should be good to go. Passenger satisfaction is 100%. That's good. Let's just take a quick look at what's around us. This looks amazing. Ooh. What was that? That was a lightning strike. Just out of a random cloud. What the hell? Maybe a small storm? Not much for clouds. Should be a smooth approach. I'm hoping for it. No turbulence. We've hit that stew waypoint. Now we're continuing on to Rigel. It's about 40 nautical miles out. Looks like a little under 40. I think once we get within 10 nautical miles or so, that's when I'm gonna activate the autopilot to start descending to 19,000 feet. I want to get a little ahead of it so I don't get caught too far behind where we need to be. Some of these waypoints, as we get closer, gonna get pretty tight. So if we're not ahead of it per se, we'll have to do a pretty aggressive descent. I don't really want to do that. I want to try and keep it nice, calm, easy, cool, comfortable for the passengers, you know. So the last one might not come. Last one or two might not come right away because those are a little bit closer together. So I might do those a little bit closer to where they need to be. So again, we're gonna start a descent around Allen. Well, before that, And we need to be down to 19,000 by the time we hit the Chow waypoint. And we'll level off until we get to Satchel. We need to descend again to 11,500 feet. So, things looking good so far. Just look at that. That is crazy. Definitely more interesting terrain than what we got in Minnesota. A lot more mountains and hills and valleys. Pretty cool. One thing I do need to do. I should actually go through my descent checklist. FC altitude is set. I just haven't pushed it yet. Seatbelt sign is on. Anti-ice off. Haven't needed it. Barometric pressure reference is going to be set. Where I'll set that to Las Vegas. The 298. There we go. And then once we get down below 10,000 feet, we'll have to turn the landing lights on. Oh, we've already passed Rigel. I completely missed it. Well, we're gonna start a descent down to 19,000 feet. Guess it's gonna be aggressive anyway. Completely blanked. I'm gonna decrease the speed. Let's go down to 235. Oh, let's go down to 230 actually. I think that's pretty good. Might decrease it a little bit more as we could get a little closer. That is not fast enough, dude. You gotta descend a little bit faster than that. Let's go by about 2,500. Maybe even a little faster than that even. I change that nautical mile setting to 10. We gotta get down to 19,000 feet here. I guess about 1,900 is about as fast as we can go. We got a little bit of time because if we don't make Chow, we can make Wolf. Well, I kind of want to be there by Chow. Well, technically, we don't actually have to be at 19,000 at Allen. We just have to start the descent by then, which we have. We got time. Probably not a lot of time, but we got time. Be about more than 40 nautical miles. Probably around 50? 50 nautical miles? No, right around 40. Around 40 nautical miles is where we're at for where we need to be. Okay. Our expected arrival is in about 10 minutes. I don't see how our expected arrival is supposed to be in 10 minutes, but okay. Whatever floats your boat. Those mountains are impressive. Actually to Las Vegas recently, so actually seeing a lot of this in person. It is just as cool. Actually, it's cooler. Who am I kidding? It's cooler in person, but it is very interesting. We also went through we went to the Grand Canyon on a helicopter flight. That was awesome. That was awesome. I definitely recommend it. I'll brighten this up just a little bit. So we're about 15 nautical miles away from Chow. Don't think we're gonna make 19,000 before then. Should hopefully make it by. We should make it by Wolf though. That's 40 nautical miles out. Chow is coming up fast. We're now below 10 nautical miles. Yeah, we're not gonna make it by then. That's okay, because we got some space between where we need to be. But what is after Wolf? Where? That should be Satchel. So I might go directly down to 11,500. And this is why I wanted to get an early start on the descent, because now we're kind of chasing our tail here. $11,500. Let's head back to 1,000 increments. I'm gonna actually activate that as the new flight level. It really comes up fast. I'm gonna decrease our speed again. I'm gonna go down to 220, I believe. Yeah, we'll go down to 220. Try and slow that approach down a little bit. Maybe we can get caught up to where we need to be. It's coming fast, it really is. I'm gonna set our auto brakes to medium. That's where I want it for landing. And don't forget. The only thing we need to remember right now is landing lights below 10,000. There's Wolf. And we're not even at 19,000 yet. Aggressive, aggressive, come on. Get down there, get down there. I'll put it really aggressively. We kinda need to. So now we're coming up on Satchel. We need to be down to 11,500. I'm gonna now actually set this to 9,000. 9,700. Can't do 50. That's okay. That's back to 1,000 increments. Okay, keep going down. Keep going down. Yeah, I should have been paying attention because now we're just chasing our tail right now. So now we need to be at Fella at 9,700. We're not gonna make that. We're not gonna make that.
Frontier 1015, contact Los Angeles Center on 124.625. Good day.
220, man. 220.
625 Frontier 1015.
Oh, I suppose it's
Los
because we
Angeles
got the
Center,
B speed,
Frontier
don't we?
1015, flight level 200.
Frontier 1015 Los Angeles Center. Continue as planned.
Now we're down to 19,000. But now we're at Fella, which we need to be down to 9,000. We're a whole 10,000 above where we need to be. Jeepers creepers. Next one is Foof. Be down to 7,500. Let's just set it at 7,000. Gotta be aggressive, man. Come on now. Keep going down. Next time I'm gonna be very, very, very vigilant on where we need to be. Is there discontinuity or something? Or do we gotta make a really weird turn? Like we're gonna be making a really weird turn. Next will be Neon. We need to be down to 6,500. We might end up doing a missed approach. Shit. I was hoping I didn't have to do that. 'Cause I believe... I'll bring up...
Frontier 1015, contact Nellis, approach on 118.125. Good day.
So we are looking at
Going to
19 left.
1015. Nellis approach Frontier 1015, 12,700 feet.
One right.
Frontier 1015 Nellis, approach altimeter 29.90. Continue as planned.
19 left.
Nellis approach Frontier 1015. Request clearance to transition Bravo airspace.
Frontier 1015 Nellis approach.
That is our runway right there, I believe, somewhere in that neck of the woods.
Cleared through Bravo airspace Frontier 1015.
We have begun our final descent into Las Vegas. Flight attendants will be passing through the cabin to collect any trash one final time. Please ensure tray tables are
Yeah, we're
cleared
not
and
even
ensure
there
the full
yet.
upright
We're
position. Please also store any carry-on items either in the seat back pocket or under the seat in front of you. Please complete all Wi-Fi related tasks and stow any larger electronics.
So we're gonna have to do that missed approach. We're just gonna hold at 7,000. We're gonna go around. I'm gonna actually just make a turn right here. I know that's not how I'm supposed to do it, but
Contact Las Vegas approach on 119.775. Good day.
Going to 119.775
this is
Frontier
at Pina. I was supposed to
1015.
be at 6,000, so we're gonna start
Las Vegas approach Frontier 1015
going
7,000
down to
feet.
6,000 now.
Frontier 1015, Las Vegas, approach altimeter 29.907. Continue as planned.
Yep, that's okay. Me flying right over the airport. Yep, I kind of had a feeling we should have started much sooner. I was going to, but oops.
Frontier 1015, contact Las Vegas approach on 125.475.
Lesson learned,
Good day.
right?
Going to 125.475 Frontier 1015. Las Vegas approach Frontier 1015 6,400 feet.
Frontier 1015, Las Vegas, approach altimeter 29.907. Continue as planned.
From the flight deck, this is your captain speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, I have the unfortunate duty to inform you that due to the go-around, we're very slightly behind schedule. We do apologize for this flight inconvenience.
Yeah, it's because my dumb ass didn't get it started sooner like I was going to.
Frontier 1015, contact Las Vegas approach on 119.775. Good day.
119.775 Frontier 1015. Las Vegas approach Frontier 1015 6,000 feet.
Frontier 1015, Las Vegas approach altimeter 29.907. Continue as planned.
You know what I forgot to do? Landing lights
Frontier 1015, contact
on.
Nellis approach on 118.125.
One thing I was trying to remember. I forgot.
118.125 Frontier 1015.
So there's a runway, but we want to be on
Nellis approach Frontier 1015 6,000
those
feet.
runways.
Frontier 1015, Nellis approach altimeter 29.906. Continue as planned.
It's now 9 or 6. We can go to 9 or 6. I know I'm probably not doing the go around quite how they want it done, but you wanna know what? I want my space. That was about 40 nautical miles out. No, not 40. 20. Just like lined up that way. So we're gonna go around and then try and line it up again. Yep, I was trying to avoid having to chase my tail. I'm gonna actually, cause we were supposed to be at CF or at 35,000 at CF, so I'm gonna descend down to 4,000 now. So we're gonna turn heading 300. Now I can do a gradual decline. We're getting kind of close to those mountains. Now I'm gonna start turning in towards the runway. As you can kind of see, we need to be lined up like that, I believe.
2,500.
2,500. That's one of the other airports. That might be the airport that we took off from to go to the Grand Canyon. I don't think so. Well, maybe. I don't. That was only runway. One. I think it was only one runway though. I don't know. All right, let's try and line this up. You wanna know what? We need to apply some speed brake. We're gonna decel a little bit. Landing gear down.
Frontier 1015 contact. Las Vegas approach on 119.775. Good day.
Because we need to be down to like 130.
130.
I'm gonna turn the autopilot off.
Las Vegas approach frontier 1015, 4,000 feet.
Frontier 1015, Las Vegas approach altimeter 29.9.
Shift over just a little bit. Increase flaps.
$1,000.
This is the runway we need over here. Left.
$500.
Too low, terrain.
Yeah, I know.
Too low, terrain.
I came in a little shallow.
Too low, terrain.
You don't have to remind me.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
300.
Too low, terrain.
I'm still trying to
Too
get good
low,
at my
terrain.
approaches.
Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain. Too low, terrain.
30, 20, 10, 5,
Oh shit!
5.
Ah! That sucked. That really sucked. That was bad. I'm not even gonna deny that that was bad. Oh, that was really, really bad. Really bad. Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Las Vegas. The local
I'm
time
so
is
sorry.
1:32 p.m. and it's currently about 84 degrees Fahrenheit. You can now use your mobile devices. Please remain seated until the aircraft has come to a complete stop and the seatbelt sign
God.
is turned off. Remember to use caution when opening the overhead bins as items may have shifted during the flight. We thank you for
May.
flying with us and we hope to see you
Yeah.
again soon.
May. You mean they did? Especially after that freaking landing. Oh, that was bad. Oh god. That was my... Of course. The one time I recorded. My landing is terrible. Okay. Apply the parking brake. Oh. Now I'm really questioning if I should post this. I think it's landing lights off, right? I should done a go around, doo-da, doo-da. I should done a go around, oh da doo da dee. Alright, weather radar off, which I don't even think it ever operated, so it's down here. Off. Turn to map. Flaps. Retracted. Did I only have one setting flaps? I was supposed to have full. Whatever. TKS. No, that's not it. I don't know right now. I'm still just... That was a bad freaking landing. God damn. Ugh. That's gonna bother me so bad. Transponder can go into standby. Predictive wind shear. Oh, I turned that off. Nose light. 2 taxi. Landing lights off. Spoilers retracted. Spoilers are retracted. APU master on. APU starter on. Anti-ice. Don't need that. Okay, now we can taxi to the gate. This is the one thing where I gotta talk to Vegas ground or a gate.
Las Vegas ground, Frontier 1015 taxi to the gate.
Frontier 1015 taxi to gate 200 using taxiway Victor Delta.
Taxiing to gate 200 using taxiway Victor Delta Frontier 1015.
Everything else was smooth. I'm not gonna get over that. I'm just not. Well, I did say I wasn't an expert, so. I swear I can land it smoothly. I swear. Just that time that was bad. That was really freaking bad. Didn't actually experience as much frame rate loss as I was expecting. Maybe it was the other program that was causing my frame rate loss last time. Because it was very noticeable. This time, there's probably some, but I didn't really notice it. Maybe I will when I watch some of the footage back. Who knows? Not that I want to after that landing. Jeez. Cripers. I swear I'm not that bad, normally. Normally I can land it alright. I probably just pushed everybody's spinal column through their brain. Oh boy. That was not good. Not good. Set the parking brake. Set that to idle. Okay. Shut down, parking brake on, anti-ice off. It already is. APU bleed. APU bleed on. Turn external power on. Gonna call the ground truck. Services. Let's connect the jet bridge. Ground power unit. So we're gonna add external power. Engine master switch 1 and 2. Engines 1 and 2 off. Continue. I need to change that setting so it stops doing that. That's really annoying. Beacon light. Beacon light. Come on now. Beacon light off. Nose light off. Seatbelt sign off. Fuel pumps off. Ground equipment connect. Which it did. Jet bridge should be connected, which it is. Okay, let's shut down. Securing the aircraft. Aiders are off. Switch those to off. Crew oxygen off. Exit lights off. APU bleed off. APU master off. External power off. No smoking sign off. Battery 1 and 2 off. Engine Let's look, they're back to normal. This is still on. Disconnect the ground power unit. Okay. Welcome to Las Vegas. As rough as that landing was, jeepers creepers. Now I'm gonna switch over to the other view I got going on over here with the packs. You can actually kind of see passengers deboarding, which is cool. Oh, I think the airplane finally shut down. Yep, it finally shut down. Cool. So yeah, pretty cool. They're deboarding kind of slow. Usually it's like whole rows at a time. Oh, anyway, I think I'm gonna sign it off here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good day.